Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing? How you doing?
There we go. And I caught the joint.
Yes. Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. I made it. I'm alive. You're watching Be Real TV, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and BeReal.tv. The Dr. Greenthumb Show live. To my right, the legendary hitman Julio G in the building.
I'm in the house and I got a little intro action today. Okay. Feeling
right.
good, man.
We've
Thank
been waiting.
you.
We've been waiting to get that intro
I
off,
appreciate
man.
you. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I was about to jump on Bolton because I didn't know you were right there, like right before me. I didn't know where you were in the intro. I was like, don't tell me he played the old-ish again.
Oh, no, I'm in there at the end.
No, but he's in there.
I'm in there. Thank you, Viewer TV. Thank you, Dr. Greenthumb. Let's go.
Word up.
Yes, sir.
We got the in-house rolling champ.
Yo, what it do? He's back on Tuesday.
Yup. He won a scissors, paper, rock battle with Aton and won. And he's at the table, even though he rated one of my joints a 4 earlier. How dare
Pretty
you?
tough
man.
on the critic, Gene. Pretty critical on you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just kidding, man. I was just kidding.
You know you weren't, but that's okay. It deserved a 4.
It was the twist top.
It was the twist top. I did it in a rush. I don't normally twist my tops, and we don't like those here. So sorry, Pedro, Mr. Rolling Champ.
There you go.
Sorry.
All right, cool. I'm glad you forgive me for that. All right, Treehouse crew in the house. Up top, Bolton Blombo, Bra, and the Dominator was popping
Oh,
B.
we're bicking it, B. Shout out to our guest today and Snacks for teaming up with me today.
Oh, that's right. They bleeding hard. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's representing. And the strong one at the table with us, Strong Tone.
What up, everybody? Happy Tuesday.
Word up. He came in strong with the Pollo Loco, the bags today, boy.
I gotta say, the 4 was a little hard. I mean, outside of the twist, it is
That's a
very
beautiful joint, bro.
Good joint, yeah.
Yeah, if I had cut that twist top and left it open-ended like my normal joints do, you would be giving that an 8, son. Get off me.
I mean, even if we were cruel, I think it would have got a 6.
Okay, at least a 6.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I just want to see if B Real was listening.
Oh, I was listening. All right. And back at the table with the crew, my man Armin up in the building.
Yes, sir. Glad to be back. About to roll up one of these 4s right here.
That's right. Yes, we just popped off a new joint.
Yes, we
just
did.
recently.
It's going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's an honor to have you again.
Hey, thanks for
But this
having me
time
on.
it's just me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The previous joint we did was me, Burner, Wiz, and you, which was obviously amazing. That was for my album with Burner. But this one, me and the God, called God Flows. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Dope song you wrote right there, man. Much love on that.
We wrote, you know?
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Since I met this guy, he's been doing nothing but like evolving and like doing all the things that it takes to be a sharper writer, MC, and performer. Because you as you know, Julio, some guys got 1 or 2 things in the game locked, but they're not fully, well-rounded like entertainers in our field.
Mhm.
They're either a dope writer or they're okay writers, but they're dope in the studio, or they're dope performers and they ain't got no skills on the other set. But the work that you've been putting in, man, it's like on all levels, like on the writing, on the
Thank you, bro.
performing and just, you know, being a stylist of putting a dope song together, you know, with dope lyrics, style, and a catchy chorus.
Yeah, just everything.
Everything.
I think my main thing that I've improved on a lot is writing. I always had joints, but now I really understand more when to like not over rap. Cause you know, spitters,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I've always been a spitter and there's always that myth, right? Like lyricists can't make good music. I feel like I found my balance, you know what I mean? So I'm still spitting the way I'm spitting, but I know how to, you know, how to attack the beat, how to use your voice as an
Right.
instrument, bottom line.
And that's a good point that you make by cats recognizing when they over rap, right? A lot of us 90s rappers, right? When we got on tracks with a lot of younger cats, we wanted to tear their heads off.
Yeah.
And we would over rap on their songs. And then, you know, like the verses sounded cool to us. And they were like, you know, yeah, we ripped that. But it was going over the heads of the younger fans that like, well, that's all good, but I can't like
I can't like listen to this.
I
all
can't
day
listen to it, and I
Yeah.
can't sing it along with you. So
Yeah. Doesn't stick.
on the next verse.
It's impressive and it's impressive to like other rappers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that used to be my mentality. Like over my dead body, anyone's gonna have, you know, out rap me on this shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go super crazy. But like,
Right.
yo, let's make the best record. Still go crazy, but make the best.
sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. I think you've stayed consistent. That's what I think
Yeah.
has been good for you. You've been very
man,
consistent.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've known Armin for a long time. Like
Bro,
me
I
and him
actually know Julio G.
we go way
before I knew
back.
Be Real, which is crazy.
yeah, we
that
go way
doesn't
back.
surprise me.
Yeah,
he
so I was like one of the first people-
early,
first people that-
literally one of the first.
that like
happened.
I would have meetings with Armin and consult with him and
Yup.
and just out of
You
love,
give me like feedback on my
yeah,
shit.
get feedback and,
And
whatever.
you had a little show, or not little, but you had a show out of your crib in like Linwood or something.
I
This
forgot.
is
Yeah, I was
literally like 10 years ago.
Oh no, it was at the Hennessy Lounge. I think we went
the
to
Hennessy
came to
Lounge,
East
yeah.
LA. Yeah, it might have came to East LA. That was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
with
yeah.
B-Real. That's actually with B-Real TV. I had early B-Real TV.
My man.
We were doing
Yeah,
that
I
out,
was
out
on
there.
that.
But yeah, I've go way back with Armin. That's why I understand. Like I watch you progress. But you're right. I will tell you that when I listen to your music, I've noticed that you've kind of fell into like understand. You can't just out rap everything.
Right.
No, man. And you know, one time I got the feedback, and I won't name the rapper, but this one from this one big website or whatever, and this girl's like, yeah, you kind of remind me of so-and-so, and in myself, like a light bulb went off. Like, I don't want to be like so-and-so at all.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I love his rapping abilities, but that's not what I'm trying to do. And I never felt that's what I was doing, you know what I mean? But I realized that that's how other people see me.
You know what?
Also, sorry I cut you off. Also, I was doing all these radio freestyles and ciphers, and I was more known for that
Right.
than the
sure.
music.
For sure.
And one day I was like, yo, I gotta just chill on that. You know what I mean? Like let me just get my music right, start putting out music, then I'll go back and do like the LA Leakers and shit like that. You know what I mean? I haven't done it in years. I just did the LA Leakers. It's dropping this week. But yeah, I fell back for a little bit. You know what I mean?
You know what it is when we're doing it, we don't think we're overdoing it. We're just doing it
Yeah,
naturally out of the competitive nature as a rapper,
exactly.
right? Because it's birthed off of competition. You know what I mean? Who could rock the party the best? Who had the best bars? Who had the best style flips? Who had the best shows? Who sold the most records?
Right.
It's always like in a competitive field. So when you're coming up as a bar spitter, all you think is I gotta eat people up, and I cannot be the weak link
Yeah.
on any verse that I'm on. And when you're on songs like that with other people spitting bars like that,
course.
it makes sense.
Exactly. You
And
gotta know the
it's-
time and the place.
And it's great. But you got to know the temperature, right? Like, so if you're getting on with someone who writes a dope song, but they're not necessarily intricate bar work on their stuff, you have to recognize and sort of like not necessarily dumb it down, but like make a version that's maybe more simplified, but still dope, like you, but
Yeah,
just a little bit more simplified.
I think it's
Yeah,
a
it's-
vibe. I think
it's
just
all about-
sometimes-
that's what I was about to say.
Sometimes you got to hear a song and listen to a vibe of it. Sometimes
Right.
it's not made to be a wordplay song. It's
Right.
meant to be a vibe.
And you can still really shine and
Shine
stand
big.
out, but you just gotta attack it right. Maybe you're
Right.
feeling, like you said, the vibe, the swag, the attitude. Say something simple, but say it in the right
I'm
way.
gonna give you a good example.
Yeah.
I heard Bonita Applebum from Tribe Called Quest the other day, and when I heard it, I thought to myself, because so many years later, I thought, wow, that was very risky for him to do that at that time,
'Cause
because it
it's
was just
simple.
a couple of words. Bonita Applebum.
Super simple.
You know what I mean? Super simple, but such a dope ass record by them, you know. So that's why I mean sometimes it's a vibe. Did I say the bad word? Does that count?
Oh, yes, you did, David.
Ass, that counts as a bad word?
No, ass
That is
don't count
not.
as a bad word.
So yeah, so that's why I say sometimes people, it's a vibe. But you have gotten off on some songs. I mean, I'm gonna tell you a song that stands out to me is I heard Just Incredible's mixtape that he put out, and you did this song, and I remember I was in my car when I first heard it because I wanted to hear what Just was doing, you know.
Yeah.
And so I listened to it, and I remember in the car I was on 110 freeway, and I went back on that song like 10 times.
Come on, baby.
I love this record that you made.
It's called
It's
10 Rap
the 10
Commandments.
Rap Commandments.
Bring it.
And in the 10 Rap Commandments, the way you broke it down, I will tell every artist to listen to this song because you described it perfectly. Like I think you just to the T of like what you're dealing with the music business, you know, especially the part when you say about the OGs. You say you gotta watch the OGs.
OGs, they try to squeeze every dollar out of you.
Right.
And lie right in your face.
Right, lie right in your face. And that was deep. When I heard that, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
You was on point on that record, bro. That's
Thank
one
you,
of my
bro.
favorite records that I've heard you rap on that.
I appreciate it. That just dropped. So Justin, credible, obviously LA Leakers, he's been doing his DJ thing very successfully for a long time. And this year he started, you know, he wanted to get in the music side of things. So on some DJ Khaled, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like make
for sure.
music. But then he makes it's a mixtape vibe. It's like a DJ Clue back in the day mixtape vibe. So he did one called Hunger Flow earlier this year, like in January. And he hit me like, yo, it was all the like up and coming, the people that was on his radar. So I did like a little freestyle joint for that. And then he was working on his Hunger Flow Volume 2 that just dropped like less than a month ago. And I had that song. I saw he was working on it, and I had that song, 10 Rap Commandments. That was just something, like you said, you know, all these years I've been in the game, I've been learning a lot, you know? And I have so many like young artists hit me for advice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that kind of inspired.
You gave it
know?
to him on that one song, the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, obviously a Biggie flip, and I'm like, you know, it's my version of it, you know? And I shot it to Justin, and he fucking loved it, and so he put it on the tape. And then now we actually, this Friday, I'm dropping the tape with Justin. It's like my tape.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? But Justin's hosting it.
The last part, you said rule number 10 should have been number 1.
Should have been number 1 to me. No one cares, motherfucker. Work harder.
Thank you.
That's the line.
That was you wrapped it up to the T, bro. That's
No
why I
one
gave
cares,
you
bro.
Mad respect, bro.
Yeah, no, that's real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can sit there and say, yeah, but this happened and that happened and this is why this went this way, bro. Nobody cares.
Nah.
Unfortunately,
Nobody
shit
cares
is
but
ruthless,
us.
baby. But us.
Nobody
Exactly.
cares but us. That's and that's the realest thing ever.
Yeah.
But you know, if we don't care, no one does.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so you got to put that work in. That's what.
I mean, let
most
me
of
ask you
us
this,
do.
man. When I met you, it was like the internet wasn't like the super big thing yet. It was getting there, but it wasn't like super like there yet. So your story's interesting because you come from like 1 foot in the like promoting it in the street with
Absolutely.
some internet, and then you now today, I've noticed that you've blown up a lot bigger because you've utilized this internet
Yeah.
for your advantage. You know what I mean? Give us a little breakdown of that.
I literally came in that transition period where, of course, there was internet, but it wasn't like streaming and stuff yet. And it was still some CDs and, you know what I mean? Tower Records was still there and it closed in those early years of mine. So, yeah, my first like project, whatever I had, we pushed like 10,000 units out the trunk. You know what I mean? I was just going around doing shows at high schools.
That's a lot of units out the trunk.
Yeah. No, that's
Many
what really,
units.
that's what blew me up on some, like in my community mainly, right? So I'm Armenian and like no one had ever like rapped really from where I'm from. So when that shit dropped, it was kind of like a shock wave in the community first. Like, oh, this guy's Armenian and he can rap, you know what I mean? And it was like, I got embraced quickly, you know what I'm saying? So like them units were flying, I was packing shows and then just kind of in the LA underground scene, you know? That's why I met you, obviously. And like people like fucking, I open up shows for like Chino XL and like, you know, names like that, you know what I mean?
Like real bar spitters.
Yeah, like I was really just putting in the groundwork, and yeah, those were the type of people I was really like studying.
Yeah.
Today, you know what I mean? Like, besides the greats, obviously. So,
fuck that up.
my man. So yeah, and then it all transitioned. You know what I'm saying? And for a while, it was more like the blog era, right? So there still wasn't no streaming. It was like you try to get on these big hip hop sites, and that wasn't that easy. And then it transitioned to streaming, and now it's a whole different game, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's completely different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I kind of figured it out. Figure it out meaning there's no really one formula. The main thing is what you just said. You gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
And it's
have
still
content.
quality,
And
but
have
it also
content.
has to be quantity now. You know what I mean? Like, it's still got to be of the highest quality, but you can't just drop an album every year or every, you know what I mean? Like, you got to keep dropping. If it's not projects, songs,
Something
EPs,
that
just
stays out there.
content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
content.
saying?
You got to stay in content. It's the content game. for them.
And that's the challenging part, really. Like, besides the music, you got to do all this other shit at a very high rate.
Hey, that's why
what I'm saying?
what was really impressive is that year run that you gave us here at Be Real TV when you were doing a new song in a every Monday. This
Yeah.
guy was coming with a new joint. Remember that?
I remember that.
And like killing it.
Yeah.
Every song was dope.
Mondays, I call it. Yeah, that's really what that's when I realized, like, yo, this dropping a project, yo, I'm putting my heart and soul into this album for like a whole year, and then I put it out, and after like 2 weeks, no one's talking about it. You know what I mean? And even on my social media, shit's dying down, and I'm like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So this was 2017. It was like I decided, like, yo, from the top of the year, I'm gonna just drop a song every Monday. And it's not like I had a million songs ready either, so I was really creating in real time.
Yeah.
Sometimes on Sunday night, because it was a SoundCloud, YouTube thing.
I remember you telling us that like every song was pretty much new from week to week.
Pretty much,
yeah.
you know, you had some obviously, or some like half songs that were, you know what I mean, but it wasn't. So, yeah, I started doing that, and that really sharpened my sword too, like as a songwriter.
Hell
you know,
yeah, that's not easy.
Because I didn't have, I didn't have the time to like overthink or you know what I
Get it
mean?
done.
Like, let me go back to this verse and make it more crazy. Nah, I just like, it was very organic, and that's where the thing started for me, where I became like a way better songwriter.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself at that point, but like I gotta tell you, as someone who is like listening and witnessing it, I mean, you were killing that. Like,
Thank you,
like
bro.
you
That means a lot.
handled that like perfectly, and like again, to be consistent, like Julio said, your consistency is everything. Because like you came with substantial songs that were like dope.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like
No,
there
that
wasn't
works.
1 week one where like we're like, oh, the last week was dope, but I don't know about what he did this week. Nah, everything was like,
Hell yeah.
man, he just keeps coming with the slappers.
Yeah, good looking, bro. No, that shit meant a lot, and it did a lot for me, and it also opened a lot of doors, because like I was just present at all times. You know what I mean? So these blogs, these hot new hip hops and stuff, they posting every week, they tweeting it out. I'm doing my, you know what I mean? So people seeing it. That's when I linked up with B. Like, he literally say, yo, you dropping a song every Monday, why don't you come to Be Real TV and do like a live performance, whatever you want to do, basically. Sometimes I perform the song, sometimes it was like a freestyle, but do that in addition to the songs. So now I also have to prepare a fucking performance every week, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you got to memorize the shit to perform it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what
that wasn't always easy either, but it was a challenging, like, year and a half that I really pushed myself.
Yeah, before that happened, how I got put onto him is because I was hearing about him in a lot of different places, but I had not met him. And then I got scheduled to go chill with Thurn Dog and be on the Soul Assassin show. And he happened to be a guest also that day.
Actually, I wasn't a guest. If you remember, that was being done at Backside at the store.
Backside, yeah.
So it was like a live recording session, and people could like just come as audience. So like the store will be full of people just watching. For example, Be Real give his interview to Soul Assassin. So I used to just pull up there. You know who the guest is. So like if it was worth it, I just pull up there. You know, you never know what happens.
Yeah.
And that day when B was the guest, Erndog and them were like, yo, Army, you want to like take the seat next to B and we'll throw on a beat and just freestyle, just spit something.
Yeah, they're like, you got to
hell
hear
yeah.
this. You got to hear this dude. And I've been hearing about
That's
him.
how that happened, yeah.
But this was my first time actually hearing him
Right
spit.
then and there, yeah.
And man, killed it. I was like, oh, we got to get this dude on the show.
Yeah, I
for
took
sure.
off, and then that's how we linked.
See, that's what I like about that's the plus that you have when you come as a rapper like that, when you're ready to like rap, because you came up, like you said, Chino XL, and when you're in them kind of circles, you got to be ready. Like Wake Up Show and all that, you got to be ready.
Oh,
when that mic goes
especially
on.
for them.
So you already come like kind of seasoned for that. So that's what's really cool when you're able to flex that at times, and that's how you do get to meet people like B Real and like
no,
that,
definitely.
because
It opened a lot of doors.
opens a lot of doors.
And it
People
opened a
respect
lot
that.
of legends like Be Real.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
'cause they
people like
respect it.
that on that level embrace me. You know what I mean?
I
Like
got-
Method Man, I ended up on a Wu album, like shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta say, out of a lot of the rappers that I've met that are just after our generation of it, right? the two readiest MCs that I know, like that I could put up against anyone at any drop of a hat. Like if someone had said, "Who would you put up against so and so?" Armin and Demrick.
I was gonna say Demrick.
Off top.
Off top, me too. I
Off
would say
top.
that
These
same
two
thing.
dudes,
Oh, yeah.
work ethic, ridiculous, but their ability to adapt and spit in that moment and do something significant.
Shout out my boy Demrick too.
I mean,
the funny thing is,
I'm just
I met-
waiting for that project now.
Bro, I don't know why we have never done anything.
Oh, that's-
Both of us
yeah.
always
I'm
say it.
speaking it into
you
existence
go. I would
right
love-
now.
Called
Yeah.
it. We just got to go do it.
I'd love
The
to
funny
see
thing
that.
is, I met him being on the Wake Up Show.
Wow.
Like it was my first or second time, early like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
We was on the way. It was like 3 MCs and he was one of them. And King Tech is like this Young D. He went by Young D.
Yeah, he went by Young D then. Because
And then
he
we
was
both just went in, but he was also going off the dome crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've never been a big off the dome rapper.
Yeah.
Unless we was back in whatever,
Yeah.
chilling with the homies and rapping and shit. But he was going crazy off
Yeah.
the dome too.
yeah, his off the dome, his off the dome. skill.
I'm a crazy writer, but
Yeah.
off the dome he was going crazy.
Yeah, he could snap off the dome. Like, we'd have some sessions at the old studio where we're all snapping, and it would always be tough coming after Demrick because I mean, like he's like it's like a muscle, right?
Yeah.
For
The
sure.
freestyle is like a muscle. Like you have to be like the way that Supernatural and guys like that are constantly flipping it like that to be able to like just snap in and channel that creativity at a fast rate like that. It's a muscle. Like you got to work at that. Like we're all capable of it.
For sure.
It's just we don't do it enough, so
No, it's a sport,
we don't access it the way that we can.
Yeah.
But it's all psychological, and that's real talk. Like I was reading Phil Jackson's book, right? The year when they won everything, and he wrote this book on how he got everybody to snap in, right? And he gave them mantras to say to themselves. He gave books for them to read and figure out their role in that. Like this book played towards their character and their role, like on the team.
Right.
All separate books, but the mantras he gave them to repeat to themselves in the mirror, right? Like whatever it was that they lacked or whatever, or that they needed to build on, they were, to repeat these phrases in the morning, like a morning mantra, right? And so I thought that was interesting, right? So just out of curiosity, I started trying this type of thing, right? And this was like, I mean, you were on tour with us by this time, right? We were doing shows, and there was one beat that we would use that I would freestyle off of. It was when we were still using instant replay. It was like a Pink Floyd flip beat, right? It was a slower beat. But before every show, I'd repeat this phrase like for at least 20, 30 minutes. They wouldn't see me doing it, but I'd be in the bathroom and I'd be repeating this phrase this whole time to access the freestyle. Not for anything else, but to be able to access
Get
the
into
freestyle.
that zone.
And I would repeat this thing because like I was not known for being a freestyle. I was known for being more of a writer like yourself, right? But I was trying the technique, and I'll be damned if it worked because like whenever this beat would come on, I'd be able to snap in and do a completely different flip every night from night to night when we used it.
That's crazy.
Unrehearsed, just
Freestyling.
just going. And I stopped doing it. And I would imagine that if I had kept doing it and kept doing that particular practice, that my freestyle ability would be ridiculous right now. But I just did it as an experiment because,
Right.
And
you came up with the mantra? Like,
well, my mantra that I came up with to be able to unlock it was the Bruce Lee phrase, flow like water. And I just kept repeating that to myself for 20, 30 minutes in
just let it flow, basically.
yes,
Facts.
like let
Yeah.
the lyrics and the thoughts and the creativity just flow.
Everything in rap and hip hop and
you pass
music,
the drum?
to me, it all stems from freestyle. In musicians, it's jamming.
Right.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Like jazz.
100%.
Yeah. When rap first started, it was freestyle.
That's all
when
it was.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they didn't
So-
know what they were writing. It was like words.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd say that's That's a real heavy ingredient in being a rapper. That's having that ability first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when I think of KRS, I know he can just freestyle at will.
At will.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what he does.
Yeah. And it's having the mentality to do that, but also, you know, being in practice. You know, like I would imagine, like, look at with guys like Supernatural. I mean, he went and broke a record, a Guinness record.
He does that. That's what his life is.
Yeah.
Oh,
about, right?
him. He's a
word.
That's
He's a word person, so he understands words and rhythmic. I mean, he must study that a lot and work on it, because you have to do that a lot.
You know who else is dope like that? Is this chick Justina Valentine on Wildin' Out? She's the redhead
I
white
know
girl.
exactly who she is. Yep.
That chick could flip, and like on some
Dope.
freestyle business, like really dope. She can do what Supernat does in terms of using things in the room at present, and like that type of flip.
He's amazing, that guy, because it's like I always enjoy watching him, because he's not like a rap star of making songs, but he's really captivates you when he entertains. So you're like really glued to every word that he's saying, and he takes you on this ride, because you'll be like, oh, like
It's impressive no matter how many times you see it.
Right, bro, and it's all brand new. It ain't like when you go see a rapper rap his song, you already know the song, so you kind of know what you're getting. But when you're doing like a Supernatural situation, he's always fun, because it's like you don't know what's going to come, and it's fresh and brand new, and you're experiencing it at that moment. That's what I like about people that can freestyle like that. You know,
There's this freestyle rapper. It's this white boy called Harry Mack.
I heard of him.
You heard of him? He's super viral doing exactly that. He would just go up to people and, you know, just ask them if he could freestyle for them and start freestyling about them and these videos, just random, like a group of girls or whatever, you know what I mean? And then that shit would go like crazy.
That's smart.
And then what he does now is like, I seen a few times come by like TikTok style. He'll be like on live stream with like someone, and he'll just like freestyle to them about them. And you know what I mean? Like go live. Let's say a random person comes on his live, like, what's your name, where you from? And he starts freestyling about them and what's happening in their room and shit.
That's putting in the work.
That's
Shit crazy.
That's a dope ability to do that.
It's crazy.
It's entertaining, man. I love that shit.
It's just a different muscle, man.
Physical training.
It is.
Physical, mental training.
Yeah.
You can't.
He's
cheat
another one
either.
that I don't know if
you
there's
can't cheat
songs
that.
out on him. You know, he's another one, like, I don't know if he really even does songs.
Yeah. He
Or
might
if
not
we
even
don't
need them.
know about it,
He might
you know?
just be popping like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Because it's different now.
Well, you know, like these days you can embrace just doing that because there is a lane carved out for it now. Whereas before,
Absolutely.
the lane wasn't as robust as it is now.
You can have millions of fans just doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, people love that.
Straight up.
Yeah, you know,
He does have millions of followers.
Well,
And
you'll
then-
become legend doing that is what's real.
and that's real. I mean, half of those dudes end up on Wildin' Out because Nick Cannon sees, oh man, you know what? We need to go get them.
So that's how Justine Valentine got on there? I had no idea.
Yeah, she's.
I knew she was an artist, but
Yeah, no, her freestyle ability is ridiculous, man. We had her up here doing a live performance, and she totally smashed it, like, at the table.
That's tight.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, like, in terms of freestylists that we've had up here, yeah, I mean, she's definitely one of the top, for sure.
Excellent.
But there's a lot of really dope freestylists out there. But I gotta tell you, man, there's nothing like a dope written.
Oh, that too.
Because you got time to, like, really craft it, and that's an art form in its, like, in all you know. To me, that's the true art right there.
no, 100%.
Well, right now it's crazy because, like, let me just use an example. Ab-Soul is out there in the circuit right now because he's promoting a record that's coming,
he's
right?
about to drop,
So I've been watching everywhere he goes because they always ask him to rap. So I'm impressed with rappers when I see that because they'll go on everybody's free show and they'll bust something totally different.
You have to.
And that's just hard to me because it's like, damn, man, you got to really think this out because you're going to 5 different spots that all got a lot of views and looks, and you got to and he's been ripping. So
Yeah.
I give him mad. I salute Absol. He's one of my
100%.
favorites.
Hey, and you see people there, they won't go on these shows because they're too intimidated to flip the freestyle or to flip
Like,
even
you
the
know,
verse.
Sway's gonna ask you no matter
yeah.
who it is.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
I've seen him as legends and shit. Like, would he ask you if you would? go?
He's asked me. I've had to flip it. There's been a couple times that
Because
I've
with
had to
legends,
flip.
they usually back off, you know. But he asks everyone. It's crazy.
He'll, you know, like the
brother,
last
good.
time I was on there, he asked me, but you know, it was this was on his show. It wasn't on like the one with him and Tech.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sway in the morning
Yeah,
now.
Sway in the
Yeah,
morning.
Yeah.
He didn't ask me on Sway. He asked me on Sway in the morning. He didn't ask me on their
Oh, okay.
on the original show. But like,
Shout out
yeah,
to
I
Sway.
mean, we like if you've been on that show, we've all had to spit at some
Yep.
point. And like, if you know that going in, and you're one of those guys that's not, you're better in the studio, and you're a good, you know, you can record, but your live game ain't there, and you're not known for freestyling.
Yep.
That is not the place for you.
That's
'cause
not.
It will eat.
But
you
the
up.
only good thing now is like you can kind of prepare, and I don't know exactly how Sway works, but all these other ones, like you can pick a beat, you can really prepare it. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
right.
Oh, you
As
would kill
opposed
it
to
on Sway.
before, because before, yeah,
They'll
I've been
throw
on
you
Sway
on.
multiple times,
They'll
but
throw
it's
you
been,
on.
it's
They
been
just throw
several
you on,
years.
yeah.
But when I was going on Sway, yeah, they just throw
Throw
any
you on.
beat every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know, it's the old school style.
Yeah, here's the
And,
beat.
you know,
Deal-
there's
deal
like
with it.
fucking double time beats. There's like, it's different tempos these days too. You know what I mean? It's not all like a boom bap kind of a. So yeah, you got to have like multiple verses ready.
Hey, Armin, have
Just
you
in
ever
case,
felt
you
like
know?
I didn't? You ever felt like I didn't get it, or like
Oh man, thank you.
have you ever felt like I didn't get this one? This wasn't it, or how does it feel? I want to understand from a rapper's perspective. Like
Yeah, I felt before that I wasn't as good as you know,
you thought it out.
could have done. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Right.
Good example, actually. The other day I did the Bootleg Kev show.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know Bootleg Kev, so
Yeah.
he was on the radio, right? And then he started his own podcast. And then he went back on the radio, but then he adds like a freestyle section to it too. It's like a separate video.
Yeah.
So he be asking people to come freestyle too. So when he texts me like, "Yo, come on the show, but like make sure you spit too," you know, because he wants the artist to do that. Not everyone does it.
Yeah.
It was one of the things. I had LA Leakers the day before, that one the day after. Now for this project, I'm not going like East Coast and stuff like that, but otherwise I would have to prepare for Sway. If you're gonna get Flex,
Have to have a bunch of different
like, and these
ones
are all
for
like
Flex.
high level.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not something you can just do for fun.
make
Like
or
here's a
break.
quick 16 or like something off the album or something. You know what I mean? Now, these are really like you gotta.
You cannot
its own
spit
thing.
this. You cannot spit.
You can't spit the same
16.
shit no more. I always think about it. Like in the 90s, you could have
could.
went to every fucking radio station
And spit the same
with your
thing.
same two verses.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And you know they ill and they hit
Yeah.
every time. Like I've done that on tour. Like I do like an acapella part on tour, and like I did the same thing, and it hits every single time because it's already been worked out. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
but now you got to prepare all these different ones.
Well, the thing is, and the reason for that is because like once you go to that show and do the first one, they're already taking that content and uploading it. So like
Exactly.
they've heard that freestyle on this show. What are you gonna go bust that one over there?
Exactly.
And well, we've already seen this one, and you know you called it a freestyle. Like
Or is this just the 16 from your album?
just a
Yeah.
16.
Is it, you know what I mean? So
It's
that's-
just
yeah,
one of your
it's- you
average.
got it,
is
yeah.
this your
16
16
bucks?
you already got from the album
Yeah.
coming out? So sometimes
You
it's
can't
like
do that no more.
Without
do
the
that.
technology, you could get away with that. But
Back in the
these
day,
days,
yeah.
if you're
Exactly.
gonna go on that run, you definitely got to
I have
prepare
to for the main
different.
album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that early next year.
Yeah.
Those are like, and you gotta spit a good amount of minutes. Like I went like 7 minutes on LA Leakers. That's like 100 40, 50 bars. If you, because nowadays, like, look, if you really watch those, I'm a fan of that. So I watch the freestyles. Like, if you want to compete and be in the conversation, like, there's some fucking crazy ones out there.
What do you
Motherfuckers
think?
go 10 minutes.
But I mean,
What do you think about that right now? Like, there's been so many songs that have come out where the first verse is 100 bars, 300 bars. It's like, for me, that's like, man, that's a lot to try to try to ingest.
I feel like that works for these
on a freestyle,
platforms.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
this
for a
is- this is
freestyle
freestyle.
platform, but like
But
to
for the
sell,
songs,
no, you can't do that
For
on
a song?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah.
even 16s are cut down to 12s
really
nowadays.
No, really.
And definitely no third verse.
Yeah, really. You hear a lot more 12-bar
Yeah.
verses than you hear 16 these days. And yeah, where you used to hear three verses and maybe a break in
Bridge,
between the second and third verse. Now it's the first verse, the chorus, the bridge, the second verse, the chorus, and the outro.
It's out.
It's like the quicker the song, the better you are.
You know what? You know one thing that I like that you
Salute.
did. You have a song you did with French Montana, and like you did these different versions of the song, and you did like like the dance version of it.
Yeah, I got to shout out.
Super dope.
I got to shout out my man Ian
That was
Fletcher.
smart. That was very smart how you did that, dog. 'Cause I like that. That dance version
that was
hard.
my guy Ian Fletcher's. Ian Fletcher is part of my team, and he used to manage LMFAO among a lot of other things. So he's
Salute to Ian, yeah.
he knows that club
Smart.
world. You know, he also introduced me to like all the DJs I know and shit. But like, he was a big believer in that record, the original one. So when we dropped it, and it was around summertime, he's like, you know, it's a good way to like give it extra life.
Yeah.
Because it's such an international, you know, the song's called Yalla Habibi. So it's a hip hop song, but it has an international feel. So these dance remixes, I had never done that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like these dance
hard.
remixes
Yeah.
could take it, you know what I mean? And he picked like he contacted the
right people for it.
the
huh?
people, the producers. We did a little 5-pack. You know
I
what mean?
loved
Like
it.
5
I really
different,
loved it. I was like, damn, this is
remixes.
really dope.
Yeah, that shit really, it got a lot of love.
Yeah, that was very smart
Yeah.
because that's a whole other audience of people.
All of a sudden,
and,
it was in clubs that, you know,
and it was
would've never
perfect
been
for
in
the
there.
clubs. It was
Yeah.
perfect the way we
Weddings and shit like
yeah,
that. you
bro,
know?
that was good. I give you props
Yeah.
for that one, man.
It's great when you take chances like that and you just don't confine yourself to one little box.
Right.
Rappers been doing that forever, and I think a lot of us realize that if we take ourselves out the box, there's so much more out there for us.
Right.
If we just allow ourselves to be open.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It just made sense for that record.
If your song's getting played at weddings, that's a hit.
that's a hit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Weddings ain't playing no less than hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear. Yeah, you don't hear no
That's such
obscure
a fact.
songs in the wedding unless
The song everyone knows.
unless grandfather requested a song nobody
Yeah.
knows about. You know what I'm saying?
How'd you link up with French Montana for that song?
So I started working with Scott Storch on this project, basically, and a lot of doors started opening up with like working with different people, and I came up with this Yalla Habibi idea, and it was one of those songs like I took it to Scott, and he created it. He created the beat around my vocals. I did like a demo hook, but in my mind I was like, yo, I gotta get French on this, you know what I mean? Because he's like Moroccan from an Arabic speaking, you know what I mean? That's more of a cultural connection. So I don't know if you guys know Tubby Sean Holiday. He's like a big executive at Capitol. When I met him, he was managing Travis Scott. Now he's managing Cardi B. He's a big dog in the game. So he connected the dots for me. He literally, connected me with French. We sent him the record. And then we also real cool with the whole XO team. So that's like French's management. So we had some people in between that kind of connected us. And he took my demo hook, but like made it his own and just took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like when he sent that bang, I'm like, this is why French is like French, like a hit maker. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He
I
got-
love French Montana. I'm a big fan of his, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he got that
Me too.
thing, man.
He does. I like from the Coke Boys whole.
Me too.
I mean, I loved him just from back. I like when he raps on hip hop shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like
my
I was
favorite
the other
French
day with
Montana.
Bootleg Kev asked me what were your favorite like albums of the year, and I named a few, but then I was like the one that I feel people are talking about is the French
The French,
Montana and
yeah.
Harry Fraud one.
Yeah.
Montega.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
on those Harry Fraud beats, that hip hop shit, like you saying, but that's how he popped off, right? Like
Yeah, man, for sure.
And then he became, he started making all these hits on the side. So I had to use it for a hit, but those joints,
Oh, I
my
love
favorite
those. My
French,
favorites, my favorites, bro.
yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Shout out to French.
Yeah, he's been on a crazy run as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Like
he
he's
keeps
been-
dropping.
Yeah, he's everywhere. You cannot escape French Montana.
Yeah, he changed the
And then
sound.
Morocco won the. I don't know if you guys watch
Yeah.
the World Cup shit.
Oh, so he's
I'm
on,
big into
he's
that,
on
so
fire. So
They
he's
From
celebrating,
Morocco.
son.
They in the semifinals, first African country to ever get there. Wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they eliminated fucking Ronaldo, Portugal.
Out of here.
So French kept posting memes
Hey.
about Ronaldo. That shit was hilarious.
Hey, Julio, do you remember when we were on that flight with Ronaldo and his
Yeah.
like 4 boys and they were busting ass in first class?
Really?
These dudes were like little schoolboys, in first class,
True story.
talking shit to each other and farting all over the place.
Are
Just,
you serious?
yeah. Yeah, bro.
this
It started hitting us, and we're like, oh hell no, because they were the only. Aside from us, they were the only ones in first class. You know.
Right. And like young.
Yeah,
Young,
and we're
rich.
like, oh hell no.
Facts.
We were like,
That's crazy.
these motherfuckers ain't got no class. All this money they got no.
When was this?
class.
Like what year approximately?
Oh,
What do you
I don't know.
say
This is
about?
close to 10 years, maybe.
Oh, it has to be like more than 10, probably.
Probably 12.
2008, maybe.
Could be 2009.
I mean, he was
12.
already
Yeah.
a big.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Because
knew.
I was
we knew
watching
who he
clips
was.
the other day.
Yeah.
In 2006, he was playing in the World Cup.
Oh,
so
he was already a big star. Yeah, he was Ronaldo, and we knew who he was. We were like, oh shit, there goes Ronaldo, and then him and his boys there, out up front being loud, acting like assholes, and then farting like
We was like, oh no, y'all ain't doing
It was
this,
like,
man.
oh, hell
laughing
no.
and giggling like little kids.
Damn.
It was the worst, bro.
Yeah, we don't do that type of thing to each other, man.
Hell
We,
no.
we try to stay classy, so we knew it wasn't us. So
Yeah, we
were,
was like,
they were the
bruh.
only other ones
There.
in the front up there, and we're like, oh man, these motherfuckers right here.
That's right, y'all. Don't worry. Classy sometimes gets gassy.
Classy gets gassy. Yeah, they did.
That's crazy.
They did. It was something awful, bro. And they were just laughing and giggling about it. We're like,
Yeah,
these
we were like,
Shout
yeah,
out
this
to
ain't funny,
Morocco
bro.
beating him.
yeah. Well, yeah, he went out. Argentina just beat Croatia.
Beat Croatia 3-0 today. That shit was crazy. Messi was really dominating.
Messi.
I'm a
Where's
big fan of
Messi?
these World Cup shit. I grew up in Europe. I was born in LA.
I was gonna
I grew
say,
up
bro.
in Amsterdam.
Oh,
Nice.
I was gonna say, bro. In Europe, you guys take that
That's
thing
what I'm saying.
like
No, it's,
to another level.
I've been trying to like explain to my friends that are not really into it. I'm like, you're not understanding.
Do you not
Like,
understand it?
Yeah, no.
growing up, like Netherlands, obviously is my team. We just got kicked out in the craziest game against Argentina. But it's like when the country's playing, the streets are empty.
Straight up.
Oh yeah,
Everyone is watching this, not just
Yeah.
sports people like
At the
sport
crib
fans
or at
just
the
the guys.
pub.
I'm talking about the women, the kids, the moms, the grandmoms.
Oh, yeah.
My mom to this day, because we lived there for so long, she's watching the Netherlands game. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
dude,
Like,
Those are great times to have beers, coffees, and joints.
absolutely.
oh yeah. I remember being in Greece when they won the Euro Cup. I mean, they partied all over the street all night. They was turning cars over, setting shit on fire.
Crazy.
And this is a celebration.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like they were mad. They were just celebrating that they won
the
the cup.
excitement is too
Oh man,
much
we
to contain.
flew in while the game was happening, and we couldn't get our bags for at least an hour and a half until that game was over because all the baggage handlers were watching the
That's
game.
what I'm saying. Everything stops in these countries. Europe and of course South America is the same.
Europe's
It's really just the USA that doesn't fully get that yet. You know what I mean?
Then they go hard because I've been in Amsterdam one day. I was on tour with Everlast at one time, and I jumped out of the bus and it was just like these huge explosions. We had just got there, and it was like boom. And we were like
Fireworks and shit.
I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, bro, what's going on, man? He goes, oh, it's the soccer, bro. and it was just they were going ham like crazy. And then one day we were in Spain with Cypress, and we couldn't find nothing to eat. Like you said, gas station closed.
Bro,
Everything
telling you.
is over. It's
till that
shut
game,
off.
till that game is done.
If you guys remember, there's a story about a Colombian player that had like an own goal in.
yeah.
And then he got
Escobar.
killed him. Yeah, Escobar killed him when he got back to Colombia.
Well, his name was Escobar.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that Pablo Escobar was behind the hit. That's why I said it. But
Well, yeah, that was
just
the
he had an own
that
goal
was
by mistake,
Don't
and they
surprise
fucking
me.
killed him.
that was the irony of it is that his name was Escobar.
Yeah.
It don't surprise me.
Wow.
They take it,
But that's
they
like
take it
soccer
real.
is like a whole thing.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
you-
entire countries.
If you mess up in a big game like that, man, the gangsters in some of those places, like
Yeah.
they definitely threaten your family,
fuck
threaten you.
do
Like
that, bro.
that's why they're like hoping that they don't be the
So
one
much pressure,
to
bro.
fuck the game
Take
up.
them penalties in those finals.
Like if everybody fucks up, you're good. But if you're the only guy that fucked up,
You better move out.
bro.
There's gonna be
be outta here.
bro.
They're gonna run you out.
especially if you're a Colombian player.
Oh,
son.
you already
Colombian.
out. You trying to get out of
Yeah,
there
bro.
quick.
Look, son, I ain't going back home. If you can, send my family to this address right now.
We gotta go.
We
You
gotta
should have
go.
done, bro.
And if you ever visit, they'll be like, "Look, there's that guy."
There's that guy.
I'll say all of Europe is obviously an international community, but Amsterdam itself is the international city.
Probably, yeah,
Like the hub of all of the world.
True.
Very true.
probably, yeah, the most tourism.
Yeah, like the destination for every people of every country.
I've met more people there from every other part of the world as being there in Amsterdam. That's
Yeah.
a true
Have you-
story.
It's true.
It's true. I met some crazy people from the weirdest places I
Yeah,
never heard of
every-
in my life, dog.
Yeah, that's where the whole
It's
world.
smoking
I,
joint with them
I've
right
seen
next to you.
some of the most exotic motherfuckers pass out.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Oh, we've seen some shit.
There was a rumor growing up that Cypress Hill moved to Amsterdam to like live there just because the weed was legal.
Well, what we were gonna do, the original plan was to make a Cypress Hill coffee shop down there.
That
So
would've
we
been
were down there like trying to explore like how we would open up a coffee shop, but they
Right.
sort of made it like impossible for us to do it because
Really?
one of us would have had to have moved out there and become a resident and then got a business license.
Right.
And they don't give those out too easy, so you have to partner up with someone who has a business license
Got it.
to make it all happen. And then you gotta, worry or not worry. You gotta like have someone making sure that they're not selling other drugs outside of.
That's the main thing
Yeah,
with the coffee shops, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you're not there to supervise it, they could be selling other shit under the counter
Right.
that's giving your shop a bad name and all that.
yeah.
And-
And it can happen there.
So there was so many factors that we just sort of gave up on it.
Right.
But yeah, that was
Yeah, Amsterdam is dope.
yeah. It opened up our eyes to what it could be for
Right.
everywhere else. And then, now California is, has surpassed Amsterdam.
For sure.
Oh, for sure.
Shit,
And
the best part.
they're starting to make Amsterdam a little smaller, aren't they? Like,
Look,
aren't they trying to
yeah.
take the situation a little?
Yeah, so now they're trying to exactly less coffee shops and all that, and
Yeah.
even the red light district.
Yeah.
They're trying to clean it up now.
Yeah.
The
It's
best
like
part.
after all this time, like
What were you
the,
gonna say?
the best part of the red light district is right next to the church.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
How about
all-
that?
It's literally right outside
Wow.
of the church.
True.
That is the crazy thing. Is that it's all around
It's
the
crazy.
church.
It's a whole like a whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's like blocks.
Literally a
like
block.
The girls change. Like the white girls over here.
Yep.
Then it changes to like Middle Eastern.
yeah.
And it goes through every
Oh,
race.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all
crazy.
sectioned.
And then it gets
Especially the Amsterdam one,
and
because
then-
every city has them, but like it could be like small, it could be like one little street.
and then there's
Four
parts
little
you don't want to
windows.
walk into.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna walk into the blue and purple lights.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Hey, Armin, I wanted to ask you: have you played in your country? Have you played in?
Oh, in Armenia.
Yeah.
So this summer was my first time performing in Armenia. It was opening up for 50.
Really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Saw that.
Yeah. So 50 was so even though I'm Armenian, like I had never really been there, like
Yeah.
until you get older and go visit. So, but yeah, for the first time they had like this big concert, 50 Cent, which has never happened before.
How many
you know what I
people?
mean? Like 15 to 20,000, at least 15. You know what I mean? It was in the one stadium they have over there. So yeah, then they contacted me like, yo, to open up basically. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no one else really from where we from at that. You know what I mean? That's
How was
really,
that
like, in the
vibe,
game.
man? Well, how was that?
Oh, it was insane.
Wow, that's.
I
Crazy.
kind of went in not knowing what to expect because, like, even though Armenians in like the Western world all know me, the Armenians in Armenia is like there's still like a language barrier. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like a word, like a lyrical.
They're still listed
music
the
too.
regional artists out there.
Exactly, like Russian rap is really big in that part of the
Wow,
world, and
okay,
like in different languages basically. So obviously the superstars are all really big there too. But like, so I wasn't really sure how well they know me. I know if I go to Europe, any Armenian there will know me. If I go to Australia, Canada, whatever. But yeah, as soon as I stepped on that stage, like they were going crazy. So
great. That must
it was
be
really
crazy.
fun. And it was such a big deal just for the country. Like, 50 Cent is here, so the whole event was like the talk of the town all week. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, that's a huge.
everywhere
artist
I was
out
going,
there.
people coming up to me and shit. It was crazy.
Hey, Armin,
I just didn't expect that over there.
I want to ask you this because one thing that about you that I trip out on is that you came into the rap world, but you also came in like with talking about your people and about their struggle,
Right.
and you kind of made that a part of that whole thing. And I always respected that about you because I don't know, I'm I don't know Armenians. Like I didn't grow up around Armenians. I don't know
Right.
what the struggle is or what, you know what I mean? I learned a lot of that through you, you know, and then you remember I put on one of your shirts or whatever, you had a
Hell yeah, you were one of the first people to support it.
I supported it right in the beginning, right? So I was like, yeah.
Literally
yeah.
the beginning. Yeah,
That's
the
rap.
open
Yeah,
one
but
shirt.
break down what that was all about.
That's
I mean,
all
for people
that's
that don't
all-
know.
Yeah, that's all of rap, though, right?
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say. Like, just like hip hop, that's what it was always to me. It's like the voice of the people, the voice of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And like me coming in is kind of the first in my background. I was like, I got to tell the story of my people. You know what I mean? Like, this is the struggle of my people and what I represent. You know what I mean? So it's really just about the Armenian genocide that happened over 100 years ago. But the only thing is, like, it was never recognized, so no one was ever held accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we always just in our community grew up learning about that. And like, you know, history repeats itself. Then Hitler came and the Jewish Holocaust happened. And he even mentioned like what happened to the Armenians kind of as like an example, like, you know, they got away with it. So what makes you think I can? That kind of thing. Like there's a quote that he says that. So, you know, we always learned about all that. So, you know, just when I started doing this shit, it was one of my early ideas. Like I just wrote a song about it first. And then for the video, it was on that same project I just told you guys about that we sold like 10,000 units because that shit just blew up. So then we did a video for it. And in the video, I just had the idea. I'm like, let's make a shirt that says "Our wounds are still open," 1915, which is the year it happened. And let me wear it in the video. You know what I'm saying? But then everyone started hitting us up like about that shirt when we dropped the video. Like, how can we get that shirt? So that shirt just became like this. It was kind of like a tool of like to educate people, because every time I would wear it, every single time someone would stop me and say, yo, what does that mean? You know what I mean? 'Cause it was just like an eye-catchy, like a dope-ass shirt, but it had like a message on it. So
Conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly. So that shit really became massive in our community. So all the kids. So then when there's a protest every April 24, which is the commemoration day, there's always protests outside the Turkish consulate. You know, like LA shuts down. It's like tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
You know, after a year or two, all those people are wearing our shirts.
Those shirts,
you know what I'm saying? It kind of became like that symbol. You
And
know
it's
what I mean?
it's dope how the information is spreading and getting out there more each year.
Oh, absolutely.
And younger Armenians are also like carrying that information and
Exactly.
like educating other people and other younger Armenians, and that's everything. You know, so that they never forget and teach that history. You know.
No, absolutely. Yeah,
That's why I
it's-
give you
it's-
props for that, because you did that for your people, and that's you know what I mean. That like
Yeah, nah, I
that rapping
appreciate
is
it,
one
brother.
thing, but when you bring
Sure.
knowledge and like school people, because I didn't know nothing about that. I
Right.
wasn't hip to that till I learned that from you.
Yeah, and I
And
get
so-
that a lot, and that was kind of the whole point. So I'm just, you know, we proud and happy that it worked out like that.
Yeah,
you
no,
know
it
what I
worked,
mean?
man,
'Cause
for
like,
sure.
like I did my part. Like System of a Down used to always, they're Armenian too, and they're obviously massive. So in the rock world and, you know, what was it, 90s to 2000s, they were always talking about it too. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like, so I kind of learned from them. I'm the next generation
Yeah.
in my community of artists, but then in the hip hop world, you know what I mean? So, but I kind of took it a step further and it became this whole like campaign, you know what I mean?
You ever hung out with those guys? You know Shavo?
Yeah, hell yeah. I know all four of them really well. Shavo probably the best.
Yeah, no,
I know you guys are all close with Shavo.
Yeah.
Darren, I'm really cool with too.
yeah, they're all.
But also Serge and John, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Serge is he stays out in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Still out there.
He does like 6 months.
Yeah.
Half of the year he lives in New Zealand.
crazy.
Half of the year he lives out here.
Hey, but hey, he makes it work.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he told me one time that's like my spiritual getaway home,
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Got
he had a specific word for it. Like that's that home. LA's my home. And then he's like Armenia's the motherland home. Like
He's got
He got spots
sanctuary.
everywhere.
He's got sanctuary
Yep.
in New Zealand. That's where he can't be bothered
right.
because there's no distractions. There's nobody
There's
stressing
nobody.
you. There's
Period.
nobody stressing you. That
Yeah.
you know,
New Zealand's nice too, man.
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
out
I've never
there.
been there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's what he was saying.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the nicest place.
That's why he stood out there. He was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm not going back.
I ain't leaving, bro.
I'll spend 6 months at home and then I'm coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of an impact a place has on you when you
Right.
decide that I will take all my shit and shift and live over there, or I will
there.
take half my shit and live there half the time. That's
Hell of an effect.
Yeah, that's hell of an effect.
That's pretty wild. I mean, when I think about it like that, like say if you were to ask me what would be one spot outside of LA that you live in, and for me, like if you're asking anywhere in the world, I'll say probably Switzerland. I don't know if you guys got like a spot you guys would choose outside of LA.
Why Switzerland? You been there?
Nah, I just seen all this content on it, like and just all the
beautiful.
Nice too.
footage.
Nice place
Is
too,
just
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Switzerland's not a bad place to live out there because I mean it is clean. People are cool. Just gets really cold.
ah.
The cold is crazy.
It's hard for me to say where I'd live other than here. Maybe Canada. Australia's cool.
Mhm.
Australia.
Colombia would be cool, but I would have to take a whole army with me so that I don't get kidnapped and
I might pop off some
It might be
I
too
might
much.
pop off some Costa Rica.
yeah.
I like Costa Rica. That's a nice place.
Any coastal town between here and San Diego.
Yeah, but
All
In
right.
California, baby. Kind of with you, bro. Kind of with you.
That works.
I don't know if I want to leave Cali, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to leave Cali neither. It's expensive to live here, but god damn it, I love it. All right.
Same here, bro.
It's that time. Let's go.
Time for submissions. 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 Time for submissions.
All right, we got some good submissions of the day. First one's up. We got Bart's Barbecue up in here. Here's some of the brisket tacos he made yesterday.
Oh yes, this was. He brought those tacos yesterday.
oh wow.
Yeah, he wasn't playing around.
Yesterday wasn't Taco Tuesday.
It wasn't, but there are some in the fridge in case you would like to try some of these tacos
Yeah, right.
that he left.
You know, I met him last night at your DJ
Yeah.
spot, and he told me that.
yeah.
He's like, there's some leftover.
good.
I'm like, I'm going on the show tomorrow. He's like, you should try my tacos.
He made so many, and it was a day that like not many, many of the homies came through, so it was a lot left over. But they were delicious, each and every one he made. God damn it! Salute to the brisket king.
One recommendation though.
Oh wait,
Okay.
He wanted me to shout out real quick, Pedro, before, because I don't want to forget this, because he asked me to shout them out. But the name of the salsa company was Tijuana Freddy's Verde Salsa that brought these tacos all together, dog. So salute to the Tijuana Freddy's.
Those tacos are delicious.
All right, what were you gonna say, Pedro?
Everything was really good about that taco, especially the salsa. But one recommendation I do have is just cut the meats a little bit more, man. Dice them up.
You want the meat diced.
Yeah, like he just puts like a whole slab. I'm like, oh man.
I would not disagree with the dice up,
Just
but
a
I
slight-
think he was trying to do it fast.
Yeah, for sure. I was saying, beggars can't be choosers. Like I would love the tacos, but it's just a slight recommendation.
You know what? You're right though. If they were diced up, that brisket would have been way like, oh my god.
I do want to speak in his defense. That's just how brisket comes.
That is how brisket comes. But you can dice it though.
And he's keeping it real for what he does
You're right.
to those tacos.
That's right. He got that block brisket in those tacos.
That's right.
Boy, I was not complaining at all.
No. I would like to have it chopped up myself personally, but I can eat it just like that because it just melts in your mouth anyway.
Yeah, it does. I get what both of you guys are saying. How about that? Next.
And next up in here, we got Dean Jones up in here showing off his charcuterie board at his Xmas party Friday night.
Damn.
I'm surprised you could even say that. Right?
Charcuterie.
You're not saying it, right?
Damn. He struggled a little bit.
That looks like a table for Bobo.
Yeah, that ain't even a board. That's a table.
Before he changed his diet, Bobo would have put a significant dent on this table by himself.
What would be your go-to on this thing?
The
For me,
whole thing.
The whole
damn. For me, it would be just the grapes, the mangoes, and probably just the pineapple.
I would probably try a little bit of everything except for maybe one of the dips, because there's always a dip that's like, nah. That cheese right there, would not touch it. It's probably a few cheeses I wouldn't touch. It's the opposite of that. It's stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's a lot.
We got Dean Jones up in here again saying day one dinner at a party, and it was amazing out here in Sydney, Australia.
I bet it was.
He's saying, call me 2 trays Bobo.
Oh,
Shout out Australia once again.
that kangaroo meat.
Call him Trey Trey. That's Bobo's other name. Because he used to take 2 trays.
Mm-hmm.
Not that kind of tray.
So
the
instead of
big
Bobo-
aluminum tray.
Yeah.
Aluminium.
Bobo, a.k.a. Trey Trey.
Right.
And I want to say, too, speaking of Bobo, he's up here in the chat right now saying he's on a plane right now for the next 15 and a half hours.
Oh, yeah.
Night.
He's going to Thailand.
Thailand, huh?
Yeah.
Take that thumbnail.
He got a 15-hour flight, then a 6-hour layover, and a few hours layover, then another 6-hour flight, apparently.
Going to Thailand.
That's
Going
I fucking
via
with
the
army,
portal.
yeah.
Bobo got miles up there. Boy.
He's going to be in the portal shortly.
And we got Jason up in here having a little coffee in the morning.
Ooh, that looks good.
Awesome.
I just figured out how to make the cortaditos, you know what I'm saying? It's a coffee with condensed milk and also like steamed milk. Oh, man.
Bring it.
It's awesome.
Is that sort of like the one we had across from the Blue Jam Cafe?
Exactly,
All right,
son.
no, that's fire.
There's a technique you do aside
Yeah.
from the steamed milk and the condensed milk. It's a thing with the sugar and the actual coffee. You gotta do so if you're making it from the pot where it's like not the
Espresso.
the Nespresso maker, but if you're making it from the pot, right? The first couple of drips you pour out onto like a couple of spoonfuls of white sugar, and then you whip that into like like you make it soft, like it's almost like a syrup.
That's great.
And then you put that in the coffee cup or whatever you're gonna pour the coffee into, and that sugar and that thing rises up and looks like the cream. It's really not the cream, but it's like foamy, and it's what makes the coffee like sugary, right? Then you put a little bit of the condensed milk and the steamed milk with it. Boom, son.
Sounds delicious.
That's fire.
You know what? I'll bring it because I know we got a hot plate
Bring it.
here, and I'll make that shit, son.
Hell yeah.
Give you a treat.
Oh yeah.
And I don't really drink coffee, but that was really fire. The only coffees that I really liked was that one and the one with the snickerdoodle, the Snickers creamer.
I could do it with the Nespresso. It's just more of a pain in the ass doing it
Yeah.
that way. But yeah, like the traditional way. Yeah, watch. I'll bring it, and you guys will be like, "Oh yeah, this is that shit right there, brah."
Awesome.
All right, next.
And we got A-Town up in here. Send us pics of the hat you guys ate the other day.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the
I
best.
love the hat, man.
One of the best pastrami
For sure,
places
bro.
ever.
Bro,
Have you ever
where's
had
the
that?
hat?
I want to get some of that.
Okay, well, the one we went to is the original one in Atlantic Square in East LA, right down the street from East LA College. There's a couple of hats, but that's the best one.
We got to go. Again.
Yes, yes, we do. You're absolutely right.
We didn't go to Sergio's
should
because of
go.
that.
Yes, we didn't go to Sergio's because we told you guys, the Friday crew, that we would not go to Sergio's without you. So we were in close proximity. We chose the hat. You ever get a chance, Armin, and you like
Oh.
pastrami's,
Fuck with
Yeah.
that.
go fuck with the hat.
That shit look like
Yeah, it's off Atlantic Boulevard in Atlantic Square.
The fries.
Everything on their
bro.
menu
Everything, bro.
is good.
Look at that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, that's what Ray had. He had the pastrami, chili cheese fries.
Ooh, those are so good.
I just had a traditional pastrami, because
You gotta have it when you go there. That's
Yes.
that's their thing, bro.
yeah, Pedro had to have a hamburger
Yeah,
for
it's had
some
a
reason.
burger.
pastrami's what
Even
they
their
known for.
burgers are bomb,
Yeah.
dog. But I gotta
Yeah.
get pastrami every time I go.
What they're known for mainly is their pastramis off top. Best pastrami in Southern Cali for sure. And their fries. They got wet fries, which is fries with gravy. Then they have their chili
Right.
cheese fries, and they have their pastrami chili cheese fries, and then they have another version of that. But like all of them are like the bomb.
Fire.
Yeah. It's making me hungry.
For sure.
Thinking.
Wet fries.
All right, next.
And we actually got a music submission sent in from Inner Realm saying, heard Steftone saying he wondered what sounds come out of our submissions. Well, here's his.
Well, let's hear it.
So let's hear this one.
Bring it.
Hopefully they didn't copyright this before they sent it in.
He said we should be good.
All right. That's not bad. All right.
Yes, thank you for that.
Kind of hard, honestly.
Yeah.
They've been sending some sick instrumentals lately.
Yeah.
It's all in the mix, bro.
It's all in the mix.
We also got another one from
Facts.
Ricky the Prodigy up in here saying, I saw someone uploaded their beat onto submissions. I figured I could try and send mine in.
Let's see
And he's
it.
saying he did not upload this, so we can use it.
Let's see it. What you got, Rick?
Rick.
It's one of these serious songs. A reflection joint.
Need to get a collection of these and jam over them.
All right.
What do you think, Julio G? I want to know what you think.
Well, okay, so I'll tell you the way I listen to things is I listen to it like I said, it's in the mix. Like you got to bring that clap out because it's not snapping all the way through. You got to bring something to get your attention from the beginning.
I think
and
knowing
it's
how
that
to
clap.
mix for producers is like one of the main thing.
To understand what
yeah.
sounds need to be. There always has to be like a sound that sort of sticks out in its own way,
Right.
because it's kind of revolved around sound that so. But it's always the snare is very important, or that clap. It has to cut.
Yeah.
So I like this song, but I would have said
Yeah.
kind of clap through with the clap a little
Right.
bit tougher,
Bring it.
so you could what I mean.
Hey, I'll tell you what. As,
I don't think
as,
those are mixed, though.
No.
They're probably not.
Probably
No, they're
not.
probably not. No, I'm not
But,
trying to criticize. I'm just saying, if you ask me, you know what I mean.
I'll say this: as producers in hip hop music, right? You learn how to make beats before you actually learn what producing is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you could make the beats and you slap them together, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're a producer yet.
Sure.
Because there's plenty of guys that got in the game. They just made beats, and they learned how to produce songs later as they got more experience. And they were like, "Oh, this is like being in sessions with other cats and learning different tricks." You start learning that stuff, and then you become a producer. Like I don't think there's one producer in hip hop that could actually say they started off as a producer, with the exception of maybe Dre.
Yeah. That's
You know what I
was
mean?
thinking of.
Like in that time, back in that time. Guys, since then, yeah, they educate themselves and they are actually producers now. But back in that time, they made beats before they knew what actual producing is. And I think a lot of cats still have this. You know, they learn how to make the beats, and they're getting their legs under them. And then eventually they learn, oh, okay, there's more to just making the beats. I actually got to produce this and do,
Well, you got to find what's going to be on that song, and like,
Right.
and like the one artist can walk in a room and you can have some little simple idea, and he'll just take it to another level.
Right.
And that's what I've learned working with rappers. It's like I have something, and then they'll walk in, and I'm like, damn, this sounds like 1,000 times doper now. This guy like
took it to another level,
he took
yeah.
it to a whole other level. So
Yep.
now I really want to tweak it and fix it, and
Definitely.
you know what I mean. So
That's-
it's always really the person that gets on it that brings
Yeah.
it
What
out.
it's about what you do on it.
Hey, that's the crazy thing is that the right artist can make a simple ass beat sound enormous, and a crazy, intricate, enormous beat can make a simple ass artist sound like they're the best shit ever.
Yep.
And that's the crazy. That's the crazy.
Now
fucking,
production is everything.
Yeah, production is everything. All right, next.
All right, next up in here, we got STL Batman saying, have you guys ever tried Keith Root Beer? Saying it's pretty good.
I have not.
I have not.
I gotta say this is the first time I heard of it,
No
A little THC
huh?
infused
Alright, okay.
soda.
but I would try it.
I like drinks though. I will say that, like in the THC game, I do like drinks better than edibles. So I'd like to try that one day.
It looks like it'd be good though.
Mm-hmm.
And next up in here, let's see, we got Joe Lee up in here, and he's saying he went on a little hike at the Salt Creek Trail
That's quite a hike there, buddy.
Wow.
out in Three Rivers, California.
Wow.
Sounds like a cool spot. Damn, that's steep.
That looks nice. That's a good ass workout.
Sure is.
Hell yeah.
We'll put some steps in. There it is.
Careful with the mountain lions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
That shit looks crazy.
Number B55 or whatever. They all got a number.
Well, they
right?
just
Yeah.
captured.
P22.
Yeah,
there it is.
P22.
Oh man.
I'm like, damn, they even got you. Y'all figured out who you are.
Yeah.
They know the mountain lions. That you think they don't know you in the hood? Come on, man.
P22. And they put a big ass collar on his neck. Like, damn, yo.
Mhm.
GPS on that bitch.
And we got a Midwest Boxing up in here asking for a little joint rating. He's saying he gives himself a 5.
This looks like a
To the neck. Yeah, I mean, let's go up the elevator.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I'd smoke that all day, bro.
I would give that a strong 6.
You know, I play a little higher. I'm gonna give you like about a 7 or 8, man. You know what I mean? I give you wiggle room.
Yep. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got the right tip on there too.
Yep.
But for a better grade, next time you need a little bit better lighting. That shadow is
Yeah, the
working
shadow's
against
like
you.
a little bit off. It doesn't show your straight line. I mean, even though the shadow line is kind of, pretty good.
The shadow line's good.
So that's an indication of some sort. But yeah, Steph's right. That,
Right,
that
Steph.
backlighting,
I didn't pay attention to that, bro.
backlighting, that shadow right there.
No twist top.
No twist. Hey,
Yeah,
off Pedro.
a little better lighting, and just a little bit of extra flour in there at that end.
At that end, you still
And
right
baby-
there at that end.
Look at that.
He still can feel that in.
Listen,
You understand?
Listen, it's not wrinkled up or nothing. That's a nice, clean end.
That's
right
about
there.
a good hit right there that you got. You
Yeah.
could have put in there still.
Yeah, there's just one good hit still missing.
Yep. Yep. That's
And,
true.
and if you go to the tip, it could be a little bit cleaner.
A little
Get
bit.
rid of just little flower pieces right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good job.
Yeah, I like it.
Well done.
Shout out to Midwest, all the way from Chicago.
Right on, man.
Yeah, very nice.
And we got Smokestack Mac up in here showing off Roscoe and his Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer costume.
All right.
Hey, there are some new things for dogs these days that are fucking hilarious. For the little dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, man. Like this is funny, but like I saw one on this little ass dog where it's like a little body attached to the part where it's to his face, so the little body looks like it's
Walking.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, they got those new costumes for the little dogs are even the big. They got big dog costumes that
Yeah.
are pretty tight.
Yeah, they stepped it up this year.
Go back to the bulldog picture.
Oh, does Smokestack
man.
Mac's here?
Yeah, look, he's like, why are you making me wear this? Look,
God damn it.
He's
he's
like,
mad.
why?
This ain't even my size.
He said, this ain't the business. That looks like Aton's dog every day.
This don't match me.
Aton's dog while he's here. Like, man,
come on, man.
we got to go there.
Can we take this off now?
Whose idea was this?
Boogle.
And next up here, we got Bernard Vogel all the way from Germany saying, this is how we're living right now.
The Deutschland
Oh
very
my
cold.
Negative
God.
8 degrees.
Oh, my God.
It's very cold.
Wow.
It's cold over there.
What was this at?
Germany.
Germany's very north. That's why it gets very cold there.
Oh, it is very north.
That Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's Celsius.
No, that's Celsius.
That's so it's even colder.
Germany.
Yeah,
Holland.
that's even cold.
Well, either way you look at it, whether it's in our shit or theirs, that means cold.
It's not below 0 though.
No, it is.
It's close.
It's -8. It's below.
Yeah, that's below.
No, but not Fahrenheit though.
No, Fahrenheit, it would be,
It'd be like
32
around 2.
-8.
You think it'd be -8?
No, it'd be 32 -8. So it'd be 24.
Yeah, it'd be cold. but
24 degrees, it'd be, Kobe cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be Mamba cold, boy. He was cold-blooded.
And we got Smokestack Mac up in here saying stoners who smoke after work versus the wake and bakers.
John Daly parties. He used to, he used to drink 40s when he was
He
playing.
was partying. Wake and bakers.
He's always funny to watch golf, and he's always smoking a cig.
And he's always got wild ass pants like this right here.
Oh,
He don't
yeah.
give a shit.
Flamingos.
He is the peacock of peacocks in golf.
And then we got Smokestack Mac back up in here saying they're putting the Biggie statue down in Brooklyn.
Oh,
Right on, man. It's
sick.
about time.
Crazy.
Damn, how long? It's like 25 years ago?
Yeah.
I
That'd be
interviewed
funny.
Biggie that Thursday before that Saturday night.
Really?
Yeah, he came on my radio show a few times. And I remember telling him when I was there in the room, because he was cool, man. Biggie was a really cool dude. Like, he was real quiet, but he was he was a super cool guy, man. I can't say nothing bad about him. And I walked over to him and I said, man, thanks for coming through again, man. He goes, yeah, man, good to see you, man. And I said, hey, man, be careful out here. He goes, no, we good. We got, LAPD with us. So we'll I go, all right, man. And then it happened a couple of days later, you know what I mean? Right around the corner from where the radio station was. It was just where our building. Remember the Petersons right where the beat was at?
Yeah. Yeah.
On Wilshire.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, good brother, man. That night I world premiered the song with him and R. Kelly off a cassette tape. He was tripping. He's like, how'd you get that? Don't worry about it, bro, but it's on the radio.
What's crazy is I never met him. Like, we never did any shows together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at all. We never crossed paths.
That is crazy.
Yeah. One of the very few, like that, in the years of the game that we've all, we crossed paths with everybody and did shows with everybody. He's one of the ones that we didn't.
That's very interesting.
Crazy.
I want to give you a real quick Biggie Small story, real quick.
Please.
Forget this. There was a kid that used to come to our studio and record, and his name was Biggie Smalls. He was a white kid. And when Biggie Smalls came out, this kid came to 92.3 The Beat when we used to be on Yucca, and he jumped the fence, and I believe he was on the Wake Up Show, and he went and spoke to Biggie and told him, hey, I own the name Biggie Smalls. You can't use that name. And that's why you hear in the early songs of Biggie, you hear him say Biggie Smalls, and then you started to hear him say Notorious B.I.G.
I thought it was because of the movie.
No, it was because this one kid owned the name. And
That's crazy.
and it was crazy because he used to work at our studio. We knew his manager really good, and so that all happened at 92.3 The Beat.
Same thing that happened with Common.
Yeah,
These other
Common
kids,
Sense,
these other cats, they were like a ska dub reggae
Yeah, they
group,
were.
owned Common Sense.
Yeah,
And he had to shave sense off of the Common,
true
which was better because it ended up working out better for him.
for sure.
Yeah, I think it's better too.
It's like Burger King in Australia. This old man owed that name, and Burger King is Hungry Jack's in Australia, not Burger
yep.
King.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Hungry
yeah. It's the same, virtually the same thing.
It is. It's Burger King,
It's
but they
just
call it Hungry Jack.
Hungry Jacks, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know
I'm hungry, Jack.
that.
We got Ron from the UK up in here saying, I got more than 31 days on Spotify this year.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of days.
There you go.
Hell yeah, tap into my channel.
Yeah. Spend some more days in minutes.
Armin.
Get
Yeah.
Armin in there, bro.
New project this Friday.
UK.
We got Scott from Alaska up in here saying, last week we got 18 to 24 inches of snow in 4 days.
Oh my God.
He's saying after getting all of that snow cleared out, we got another 18 plus inches on Sunday and Monday.
Damn.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a
Here's
lot
a
of
tip.
snow.
You got to build like a little roof over the top of that patio right there.
Yep.
A gazebo.
Yep.
Bring it.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Holy shit, dude.
Open the door and you just see snow right there, just like in the movies.
That's, these are some of the problems when you want to live in the snow.
And have it heated. So as it snows, it's just melting into this rain. It's just falling off. Maybe you get ice on the sides. That's about it.
Collect water, man.
Yeah, because I remember one day I was in a Big Bear, and that was my first time being out there in the snow. And I parked my car outside, like next to the street. And man, like it was such a pain getting the snow out the car, just for being someone that's not really in the snow.
Yeah.
That day, I was
That's
like,
what they
man,
deal with this part of the season. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
day.
Every day.
Hell to the no.
No.
To the no, no, no.
Next.
And we got Justin the Trees up in here saying, just wanted to shout out my girl. It's her 17th anniversary.
Hey.
We watch the show as we do bong hits every single day.
Hey, happy anniversary to y'all.
Congrats.
May you take many more bong hits together in the path of love and positivity. All right, and we're glad we could be here with y'all, smoking out too.
Smoke.
And he's saying couples that watch the Greenthumb podcast together stay together.
That's right. That's good manifestation right there.
And next up in here, we got this one sent in from Be Real, actually.
Oh, really?
Well, coming in hot right here.
Oh, yeah, this is me showing up to a meet and greet.
That's fine.
Could see you doing that on stage.
Oh, yeah.
So next
Pull up
year's
at the meet and greet.
Yep.
next year's Halloween costume.
When I show up at Greenthumbs on
Downtown LA.
this weekend.
I'd be dying if you rolled up like that.
In the quad.
I would not land like that, I promise you.
Maybe not the first time, but once you got used to the flip, you'd be good.
Oh, yeah. That's a hell of a flip right there, boy. Because if he don't make it, it's all sorts of ugly.
Well, the beauty is not the flip itself. The flip is magical, but he stopped the quad.
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently, this guy does this. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
what he's known for doing.
Yeah. That's. I'm saying anyone else trying that, they're not only going to do the flip, then their own quad's going to run them over.
Oh, yeah. That's great technique right there.
And the homie was ready to catch him.
Yeah.
That's his pull up.
That's his pull up. Yeah.
That's his crew.
That's his bestie right there. What's up, Mom? I got you.
Bestie.
All right. Next.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
And next up in here, we got a little Cypress Hill Mohawk action.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
Oh, I seen that. I seen
Oh,
that.
saw that
That shit
too.
looks good, man.
If you like Cypress Hill, you must like Mohawk Bob. Don't forget to hit the follow button.
That's
Thanks.
tight, bro.
Hell yeah, Mohawk
That's
Bob.
All right, Mohawk Bob.
Props on that one, bro.
I had a
He sound the way the tone of his voice and how he speaks sounds like that one old the guy who just passed away just recently, old ass actor. What's his name?
Like Mohawk Bob.
It's a very
Don't
popular
forget to hit
dude.
the follow button. Thanks.
I'm not sure.
One of them lovable grandpa little dudes.
If you like
I can't remember his name.
That Mohawk's got some clean lines.
I was gonna say, bro, he's got that up there tight.
That's a pretty good. Yeah,
I like your style, dude.
yeah. I mean, that's a pretty big ass mohawk.
That's
too.
a sailfish fin right there.
Yeah, that's a marlin fin.
That's a marlin fin.
They put a lot of stuff in their hair for that. It's crazy.
Probably what is it, Steph? It's like the egg white.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something with that, right?
It's egg white. Yeah, they take the yolk out
Man.
and they use the egg white. At least that was the old punk rock style.
I learned a lot from our boy Mark Southgate. He's a mad punk
That's
punk
how they
rocker.
would get the mohawk
Yeah.
up like that
and tight like that.
and
Yeah.
tight.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Keep it stiff.
And I remember when he cut off his mohawk one time, like the whole line of the mohawk, it was just like you could see all the egg white stuff that accumulated over because he'd do that every day in like middle school, and then when he finally shaved it off, he wasn't able to just like wash it off. He had to rock that till he got it.
He had to
off.
grow out of that shit.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Were you talking about Leslie Jordan?
Leslie Jordan. That's who I.
Oh, the
that's who. That's who he sounds like. That guy with the mohawk. Leslie Jordan.
We got a little wrestling action sent in, too.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, listen. I did a substantial amount of RSO last night, right? So when I woke up, I was high as fuck. And I saw this and I had to repost it immediately because when I saw it, I laughed harder than I've ever laughed this whole year
That shit's classic.
because I was high as fuck already with this shit.
Holy shit, dude.
That's hilarious, bro.
He went on his tippy toes. He went like,
Yeah, he gave it a little thrust to your chin.
homeboy recoiled off of that too.
Oh,
This is the post of the day to me right here.
Donkey.
Donkey.
Holy shit, dude.
That's crazy.
It made me laugh this morning. It's making me laugh right now. I
can't
you
see
know.
that whole arena laugh.
The finishing move.
That's a great finishing move, man. Okay, you
It hasn't gotten old. Every replay, it's still good.
Oh shit!
I think this is the 90th time playing. Still laughing.
Yeah, I mean that could be forever, bro. I swear. To God. Oh shit! That's like when we had that one submission where E-Zone couldn't stop crying, laughing because it was this fucking dude's birthday, and his homie is his sister. They're all gathered around the table. They're lighting his birthday cake. And one of them goes to smash his face in the cake. And when they smash his face in the cake, the whole fucking table falls over, cake with it. Him too. His face is all fucked up. And it was really sad more than anything. And E-Zone couldn't get enough of it.
Holy shit, dude.
That was a great clip.
It was a great clip. And this reminds me of that for me. That shit is hilarious.
That just made me think of, man, what if he had a globito for that one?
Yeah, if he had a globito right
Holy
there.
shit, dude.
All right, is there any more?
No, that seems to be it.
Thank you for your submissions. Keep them coming to BeRealTVContests@gmail.com, and we will put them on. And we thank you very much for those. Salute to everybody in the Insane Asylum. That's our live chat right here on YouTube. Salute to our Psycho Ward on Twitch. Salute to all y'all. I think we're going to be putting up a mix today. Psycho Leezy ain't here, so I might, just pop the whole set myself. We'll see what happens. But that's on Twitch. B_RealTV is the place. Make sure you pop it off over there with us if you're into that. All right. And salute to everybody watching on Discord. We salute you. And if you haven't taken the time to smash that like yet, please do so. All right. And subscribe. And share the show out. Crack the all notification bell. Get down with all the content we drop Monday through Friday. We are sitting here with my man Armin.
Yes.
All right. And we're going to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That's the live chat. So if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, let's do it.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. We got Skinny Punk up in here telling everyone to stop boofing and hit that like button.
That's right.
That's right. He ain't wrong.
Excellent.
And we got Jeffro up in here saying, rest in peace to the great lyricist Granddaddy IU.
I heard about that today, man. Rest in peace,
that's
to Granddaddy IU, man.
Been losing a lot of good
I
ones.
know, man. That's sad, man. It's sad. Rest in peace to my brother, man. I love that dude, man. Early hip hop.
And we got William up in here saying, I didn't realize Julio and Be Real went back so far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Southgate, bro.
Yeah, I think I met Julio when I was 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, 14, 15, yeah. Hey, it's funny. I posted that that clip the other day. They got a lot of different little responses about that Southgate situation.
Oh, yeah. I got hit from the Kiwis, the Southgate Kiwi Club. Salute to the Southgate Kiwi Club.
So
we're going to have to get... We're gonna have to get Civic in a minute.
yeah, a lot of responses
Julio.
in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was interesting. You know what I mean? But we said what we said. It was just in conversation. But yeah, it was all love.
Yeah.
It's all love. We'll see what happens. We may turn it into Cypress Park one day.
Yeah, might turn into Cypress Hill Park over
You
there.
never know, bro.
Bring it.
And I didn't even want to say this, but we got Midget Mike up in here saying, yo, Steftone and Pedro, you owe 2 shots for playing the quiet game in the first 30 minutes.
I had a shot.
Yeah, he did have a shot.
Hello.
Yeah, we all had one.
Hello.
I don't think I even violated. I just had a shot.
I'll have one more for you, though. No.
Pass it on down. I'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even have one with you just so, because I'm like let my friends drink alone.
Celebration, bitches.
Don't fuck 'em with.
Celebration.
And we got Von Dubious up in here saying H Mac is the man and he spits fire.
Salute to H.
Harry Mack. That's the freestyle we were talking about.
Oh, okay, that's right.
We got to get him up here.
That's the homie. I actually know him. He's a jazz drummer back in the day. I used to
Really?
do gigs with him.
Bring him down, bro.
That's dope.
I'll hit him up.
Speaking of freestyle, you know who's like I thought was pretty dope, like on the sway that you guys were talking about earlier, was Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, the actor?
Yeah, he could spit. Like he's a real fan.
That's true. That shit went viral at the time. That was like a few years ago, right?
Yeah, and I was like,
he spit
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hip hop kid. A lot of these Hollywood actors that started as kids. Can you pass this down, Bean?
Oh, sure.
That they were listening to hip hop. They were going to David Faustino's club at the Whiskey. That
Right.
they were throwing hip hop nights. You know what I mean? Like
true.
these kids grew up off of this shit. So it's not uncommon that some of these actors that people fuck with, actually rap on the side and people don't know about it.
Yeah.
And he's one of them. You know what I mean?
Because there was a little like crew of
A community,
of,
yeah.
community of those white kids that were doing hip hop in Hollywood at that time too.
Yeah.
It was so there's a lot of those guys. They were in.
Oh yeah, like Baltazar Getty, right? Like David Faustino himself.
Yeah, all his spots he's
Corky Nemec. Who else was it? Robin. What's his name? His father, Robin Thicke.
That's right. Yeah.
Him and Brian Austin Green. They were doing shit. Obviously, Alchemist and Scott.
Yep.
Scotty Khan.
Yep. So there was a community of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Don't
pretty
get it
much.
twisted. There was.
Because they were hip hop enthusiasts. They were like enthralled in it like we were.
For sure.
Who's the shot for? Midget Mike?
Yep, Midget Mike.
Midget Mike.
Salute, midget.
Salute.
Salute.
And we got GLA Rain up in here saying, I'd just like to stop by and say that DJ Be Real killed his set last night at Motown LA.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And salute to all y'all that came through. It was a nice packed club, and C- ripped it. All the DJs ripped it. C- though, he put in a nice set. So salute to C, and salute to them for inviting me up there, Mona and all them, Mona Lisa. Salute to all y'all. I'll do it anytime y'all ask me. Salute.
Awesome. We got Firestarter Drake and Joe up in here saying, this is my top watch channel on Twitch. Over 100 hours this year.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
And tell your friends, man.
Yeah, good looking
Share it out. Let them know.
And we got G Music up in here saying, I loved Absol's freestyle on that Los Angeles Leakers.
Absol's very underrated, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed that.
He's just a great rapper.
He got
All
bars,
his
man.
all his projects are really good. I just think, there's just some artists that it takes a little longer for people to catch on to him, I guess. You know what I mean? But I've always been an Absol fan. One of my favorites in LA for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I did
He ain't dropped an album in like 6 years.
I know
So.
it's been a minute,
he's been really quiet. Yeah, he did a joint with me on my on one of my last.
I remember
ones,
that. I
Sticks
remember
and
that.
Stones.
Yeah, it was
and
hard, bro.
His verse, just incredible.
He's crazy. He's crazy with it.
And we got Barina up in here saying, Vamos, Argentina. Carajo.
Yeah, Carajo.
There you go.
Definitely, they bodied it today.
Carajo,
Yeah,
man.
3-0.
Messi, where's Messi?
Messi.
Messi, Messi was going crazy today.
Messi made it messy for them.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And we got Maddie Addy up in here saying, B,
Yeah.
what were your Spotify top artists? Any classical music?
Hold on, let me see. I didn't even look at it, but I'll take a look right now. Just now that you're asking, I don't know if I got access to it, but hold on one sec. I don't know. No, it's not giving it to me. It's past the time. Sorry.
He's like, be real, and be real.
Yes. Yeah, my top artists are Be Real, and
Cypress.
Well done.
yeah, that's about it.
There you go, man.
Yeah, you got it. You asked for it.
Others also listen to Be Real. Be Real.
There's also Be Real with others.
Be real and burner.
Be real and friends.
Various artists featuring Be Real.
Hello.
I listen to myself daily.
Come on.
Listen to me.
I don't know. It took the whole thing where you could see that. You know? So I don't know what my artists were, but it was probably some classical shit. Yeah.
And next up in here, we got Alex up in here saying, "Yo, B, what's the best way to clean my funky field tip?"
90% alcohol. Soak them overnight, or if you want to get it done quick, you put it in a cup in the microwave and heat it for 20 seconds with the alcohol and the tip in there, and it'll strip it right off, and boom, it's good to go.
I didn't know that.
A glass cup. You do not want to use plastic.
Yeah, no plastic cups.
You want to do a glass cup with,
coffee.
with just some like alcohol.
Yeah, like a coffee cup.
Okay.
Is what
And just put it in there, boom.
Yep.
20 seconds. All right, cool.
Right to when it starts to bubble. When
Yes,
first,
sir.
You see the first 2 bubbles, then just kill it.
Yeah, it's usually in between 20 and 25 seconds.
Yes, and be careful. It gets really hot.
It gets really hot.
Yeah, you don't need to put a whole lot of alcohol. It's just enough.
Just enough to cover it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to try that.
Oh, it works.
Yeah, it's clean 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Tops.
the hot alcohol will strip any tip down.
Yep.
It's like if you got horrible etiquette, which you shouldn't have, right? But let's just say you got horrible etiquette and you use one tip 10 times before you clean it. Horrible etiquette. But let's say you did that and it's
Don't
all
do that.
gunky and nasty brown and all resonated. Yes, you throw this in a cup with alcohol, 99%, 20 seconds, it'll strip it right the hell off.
Yeah, I just say really, really don't do it. I mean, even if you had boof weed, that would make it taste like boof and dirty tip.
Yes, it would be more boof, yes.
Yeah.
Gross. Just clean the damn tip.
Yeah. It's 10 minutes at tops. We're talking about a 5,
If you do what we said, it takes 20 seconds plus the rinse out with the cold water.
I was going to recommend, I use a hot water rinse and soak for 3 minutes. Just
do that too.
Let
Hot
it-
soak, hot rinse, bro. It's like you're getting your car washed.
Yep.
Let's go. And it's only going to take you a minute, 30 seconds tops. So don't be lazy. Wash the tip, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And we got L Boogie Baby up in here saying Justina is crazy with it with the freestyle.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Definitely. Yeah. When she gets back to LA, we got to get her back on.
Bring it.
Have her pop one off at the table. She did it nonchalant too. It was any beat that the DJ flipped. It wasn't like, oh, can you give me this beat?
She's on everything.
On anything. That homie popped off.
Love it.
I was like, okay, I'm not freestyling with you.
The only way to be good at freestyle is literally to do it all the time, every day.
Yeah, work the muscle.
That's why I say you can't cheat that. You can't cheat that.
Yeah. That's an
that talent
everyday
right there. You got to
for hours and hours a day.
Yeah.
You're doing it in everything in life. Every encounter in life,
Listen,
freestyling.
The baddest chess players in the world, they're the baddest chess players in the world because all they do all day is play chess.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, whatever you put your work into, it'll show.
Well, look, that's how Steph became the #1 Tiger Woods player online for them years.
Every day for hours.
Every day for hours.
All day.
That's crazy.
In every aspect of life.
No, and that's not an exaggeration. On the EA site,
he's the man.
He was the man. He was ranked #1 in the world.
Wow, Steph, that's crazy.
That's a title, yeah.
Everybody was trying to get his spot.
Wow.
And he had to battle every day to keep the spot.
I want to take an international, trophy, but really it was just I believe it's just North America. It was U.S.
Okay, well,
Canada.
North America's big enough, son.
Yeah, I was every day, hours, game after game. I didn't do nothing.
Just knocking him down.
Think about that. #1 in North America. Who just put on the lights?
Let there be lights.
I didn't mind. I didn't mind them. We were just a little bit brighter.
Let there be light.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
All right, next one.
And we got Sun Green up in here saying the Amsterdam mayor wants to ban tourists from cannabis coffee shops.
Good luck.
Stupid.
Then
You
that
wanna
means
cut your-
tourism is cut
You
down.
want to cut your money in half? You go ahead and do that.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what all the tourists going over there for.
Going back.
Exactly.
For that experience.
And we got Midget Mike up in here saying thanks for the shot, Steph. Tickle, tickle. Same team, same team.
Nos.
Tickle, tickle, say tickle.
And we got Joe up in here saying, what's good to the Greenthumb crew? Hope everyone's having a good non-booth day. It's my birthday today, and can I get you all to have a shot with me? And he's also saying shout to E-Zone and Eric Bobo.
Happy birthday.
All right, well, the four of us will do a shot. Julio don't drink,
I don't drink.
so
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
but we'll pick up the slack for you. How about that? All right, pass me your cups, gentlemen.
Happy fucking birthday.
That was aggressive. That was very aggressive. All right, we know. All right. All right, next one. Buddy.
We got Heebie Jeebie up in here saying, yo, Cypress, I've been waving David Faustino, a.k.a. Bud Bundy, to get on the show. I need some help, and he would be a dope guest to have on.
Oh, yeah. He's got stories, man.
Oh yeah, we've had him before.
He's a
We got to
hip-hop
get him on.
Get him in the mix show.
He's a real hip hop head.
Is he?
Oh yeah, I remember him. I remember. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that when they were younger kids, they came to 1580 K Day when I was working there, and I don't remember if they were answering the phones or what they did, but that was when that show first came out. They were little kids, but he's a hip hop head. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been a hip hop head
Yeah.
for a minute. Like
Oh.
he was so much a hip hop head. They worked it into the storyline of Married with Children.
Oh yeah. That's right. I didn't really watch that show that much.
I
but,
don't.
But
Yeah.
but I know. I met him.
Yeah, he was a character. Like he developed, what do they call it? An alter ego.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
called
yeah.
Grandmaster B.
That's right, Grandmaster B.
for Bud Bundy, Grandmaster Bud Bundy.
Sure.
Grandmaster B.
I know he even does like a DJ mix show. I think he goes live on Twitch or
Yeah,
something
Yeah,
like that.
he can mix.
does.
He can mix. He does his thing.
Shout out to Bud
Like-
Bundy.
Like what's the other homie? Seth Green. He's another hip hop head too. He grew up to that. He was most likely at all those parties too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of them, yo. All right, here we go. To your birthday, Papa. Birthday,
Happy birthday.
Day.
Salute. Cheers.
Feliz cumpleaños.
So good.
Oh.
So good.
And we got Vakel up in here saying, greetings from Morocco. I'm a big fan of Be Real.
All right, man.
Morocco.
Salute to Morocco.
Salute.
Morocco.
I know they got some of the best hash in the world.
Yup.
In Morocco.
And it's said that the continent of Atlantis is off the coast of Morocco.
Mm.
I heard this. I did hear that too.
And that seems to be it so far.
Word up. Salute to all y'all. We know more come in as the show goes on, so we will get to them when they do. But salute to everybody participated up to this point. I think we got a mix after this. We'll see if my computer shows up, which I think it is. I'm gonna pop it off to you for you. Maybe I'll pop off what I did last night if I could remember any of it.
The Motown vibes.
Or I'll do a variation of it because I definitely don't remember any of it. Julio, let me ask you this: when you would go to DJ clubs, did you I know you took the crates of the idea of the songs that you were going to play, but did you have a specific set in mind? Like, some DJs
Would I have it pre-prepared?
like the songs you're going to play from song 1 to.
The way I would do it is that I would have like 3 song sets, but I would have those 3 song combinations for certain moments, right?
Right.
But I would have to read the situation, like where am I at? Who just played, right?
Right.
Because if I started with, I'm gonna start with EPMD, you got to chill, and then the guy just played it.
You can't.
So now that
Yeah.
just destroyed. So you're gonna start from the second song out.
You got to
know what
think
I
of
mean?
another 3-pack.
So you could overthink it sometimes, and then mess yourself up mentally. So what I would do is instead I would like kind of freeze. I would know the records though, but I would like kind of. I knew what records went with The Beat Goes On, Planet Rock,
Right.
Clear. It just depended how I wanted to rock it. I might do Beat Goes On this time and then flip it different. But it was kind of the same combinations, and that's how I would do it, like 3-song combinations. And because never know. I mean, I may come out of that, but like I said, you got to read the room. These girls might be over here, and it's like, man, I got to play Salt and Pepper, Push It right now. Get up on this and just get them, because that was the thing. The girls, they love that, right? So that's how you kind of have your big records that will work, and you have your little three packs around, and then everything else you can kind of freestyle a little bit of it, and then you 3-pack it from there. That's kind of how I would do it.
Yeah, for me, like what I do normally is I'll read the room, right? See what the DJ's winning with. And definitely ear hustle it, like, paying attention to what they're playing so that I don't play it. Right. And sometimes songs slip through. You're going to like it. It's a long set. If someone's playing an hour or even 30 minutes, it's a lot of songs. You might not hear something because, whatever the situation is, you might be in a conversation with someone and not hear the song they played. So you might double up on a song here and there. But mostly I try to listen to what they're doing and what they haven't done, and definitely vibe out, like, and say, okay, is this a fishbowl party? Which means are they there just to watch you DJ? Because there's that crowd, right?
Yeah,
there's that crowd that's like, they're not necessarily there to dance. They want to see what you're going to do, right? And if it's that, then I'll adjust. But if it's the party and the chicks are dancing, I'm not fucking that up. I'm staying on that. So like, I'll just make sure that everything I'm doing is up tempo and like danceable, not like that hardcore I'ma kill you shit, because
Sure.
chicks ain't
And the
dancing
key
to
thing,
that.
the key thing is that
We making babies.
is recognizable. It's things that are recognizable.
Familiar, yeah.
Familiar. You just have to understand that's just how the mind works. It's like you want a familiarity, and these people are having a good time, man. It's just they've been drinking. You remind them of
They
a
want to
song.
move.
Some other people are trying to go so deep with it, and I want to like get you into this new, and you can't do that when you're in a club setting. You have to play things that are familiar to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why it's hard to play like a new artist song in the club,
It
right?
doesn't work
'Cause,
like that.
Yeah.
It
It
doesn't
can
work
kill
like
the whole vibe.
You can test it,
Yeah.
but you have
It's
to
just, a couple minutes and people's energy changes,
Yeah.
Now, why I told you why you were smart with those remixes was because that you could work.
Right.
See, that's why I thought when I heard those remixes, I said, "Wow, at least he can go to clubs and still work it, because he could give it to the DJ and he'd put that on, because
Right.
that works right there." I would have just threw that on because it was dope.
Right.
So I'd like, boom, that works. You're not gonna lose with that because it's a dance song. You keep the tempo up.
Yeah.
and it's just a good song. You know what I mean? So that's why it does work from moment to moment. But yeah, it's hard to just break a rap song at a club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
look,
just tough.
there's chicks that fucks with bars, no doubt about it. There's chicks that are fans of bars, but more than anything, chicks like to dance. And if you're DJing at the club, you better be putting on the dance work more than you're putting on any bar work, because you will clear that
Yeah.
club in a second.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
It is a universal
And I've seen
rule.
I've seen some of the best DJs do that. Like, you hired me, so I'm gonna come do me. And they're not reading the room. They don't give a fuck about what the room says to them.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm doing me. And you see, like,
Yeah.
Right.
right? And that's the worst shit any DJ could see. It's the worst shit a promoter could see. Because guess what? That means people are outside smoking a cigarette. Nobody's at the bar buying drinks for the chicks dancing on the floor. Because guess what? There's no chicks dancing on the floor.
The hoo-ha's drying up.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, man. DJs, man, the best thing you could do is, read the room.
Bring it.
Read the goddamn.
I think DJs today like kind of have an understanding of like they're just not letting anybody just play anywhere nowadays. But yeah, if you're starting out, that's kind of the concept of what you're trying to figure out. You know what I mean? I think the technology is taking it to another level now. So it's like there's I don't know. It just seems like more access to songs and everything being kind of put together for you. It's not like me and you when we were going 1-to-1 finding the record and it's
Carrying the crates in there.
yeah,
bringing
it's
the
totally
right
different.
crate,
But I don't hate
crates
on it.
with
That's
you.
cool. That's what technology is supposed
It's
to
a
do.
different time now,
different
you
time,
know.
bro. You know, it's just different time. So it's but there are some really good DJs out there that
Oh yeah.
that I still like to watch. Like I like to watch Kid Capri still and
Yeah.
Jazzy Jeff and guys like that because I enjoy that music. They play my music, you know what I mean? So
And they still kill it.
and they still kill it, and they do, and it's fun because it's the shit I like, you know what I mean? So, but there's a lot of good DJs, young DJs out there that I see all over online that are killing it.
Oh, yeah.
on Twitch too, man. They're killing it.
I trip out.
Super dope, man.
I trip out on like the really young ones, like the girl DJ,
DJ Livia.
DJ Livia.
Yeah, shout out
She's
DJ Livia.
Incredible.
badass.
Mhm,
And then
incredible.
there's these two other little girls. They're like,
Yeah.
I think they're twins, and they absolutely fucking kill it. Like, and you see this art, the turntablism being passed down to kids that age, and they're thriving
They are.
with it. Like,
They are.
I love that
Me
shit,
too,
man.
me
That's
too.
awesome to see that. There was this little white kid on the tables. I can't remember what his name was. It just came across my feed like a couple days ago, but little dude was fucking it up. And I love to see that shit.
Yeah, me too.
man.
I enjoy watching like kids flipping it, and now they're using stems and flipping with stems and doing like remixes real quick with a stem and
Right.
that shit that Serato just put out. So I've been watching kids really fuck with that now. So I was like, it's dope to watch that. I enjoy that because when we were young, we couldn't do that stuff. We in our heads wanted to do that, but it wasn't unless you found an acapella. You know what I mean? You could flip it and try and flip it, but the way they do it now is like they can just move from one song to another song. It's almost like playing a keyboard almost, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you have all this music that you can take people to on these trips now, you know what I mean? So that's what I like about the technology. So big up to the youngsters that are doing it right now. Y'all killing it.
Understanding all that technology, which is really dope,
Mhm.
and is physically advanced, the physical art of doing that. What about being a DJ at a strip club? Would that make you better? Because we're talking about asses shaking. That's the place where you're getting real musical data about what asses are shaking and how they're doing it.
Absolutely.
Nah, they used to say dancers, strippers are like the best A&Rs.
They are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because
I
if
hear
the
that all
dance-
the time.
Oh yeah, a lot of guys would break their songs in the strip club.
That's
if
right.
the strippers would get down to it, if they like to dance to it,
Or strippers might request it, like I
That's
want to
right.
dance
they
to
knew
that,
they had a
you know?
hit with that.
That's right.
Yeah, baby.
No, that's very true.
You want
There's a lot of
test?
music
You
for
want a
that.
real testing ground? Send your music to the strip.
That's right.
Real talk.
Straight up.
Real talk.
All right. Do we got? I think we got two more, right?
Yeah, we got a few actually.
All right, knock them out.
We got Lucy and Nick B up in here saying, can't wait for you and Ice Cube and the gang to come to New Zealand. I'm getting the VIP tickets.
Well, that's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be crazy
Salute
right
to
there.
Cuba and the game. It's gonna be awesome.
And we got Hybrid Cypher up in here, and he's saying, Steftone, be real. Just want to say I love Black Moon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we got Tito the Fool up in here saying, yo, B, prediction for tonight's game. He's
Lakers
saying, go
for,
Lakers.
Lakers for the win. All day.
go.
They're playing the Celtics.
Let's go.
Bring it.
So it's like we no matter what, we're
Bring
like
it.
we're getting a win. Let's go.
We got to get that win.
All right, is that it?
That seems to be it.
All right, salute to all y'all. Thank you for watching this edition of the Dr. Greenthumb Show. You know we do this Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Star 5 Eastern. Join us. Make sure your friends join us. Don't bogart this. Pass it around. Don't be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one and reach one. To check this on the replay, Apple Music and Spotify under the Dr. Greenthumb podcast. All right. And like this shit right now before you go. All right. Julio G, you got shout outs?
Shout out to everybody in the room, in the chat, and everybody that's checking us out on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. I appreciate everybody, man. Much love and have a great day. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, salute to everybody that's tuning in. Everyone here at the Table Army for stopping by. Treehouse Crew. Make sure you visit your local Dr. Greenthumbs, get your insane flavors, and shout out to Funky, man. I'm very appreciative of my Funkies right now.
You almost lost
I almost lost them all.
We know.
Shout out Funky.
Fulton.
Shout out the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Ray Morning Shot Film. Shout out to the Dominator. And tune in tomorrow because we will be announcing a new funky drop. So get ready for that. What's going on, Steftone?
Yeah. Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Weiss, Armin. Thanks for coming.
My man.
B, Julio G,
Yeah.
Pedro. Yeah, what up? Javi Lopez. Bolton, Ray Ray, Dom, Insane Asylum, 5150s, the Twitch Ward, all the Scorleys. Y'all have a great week. See you on Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me once again. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody, tuning in. It's always family vibes when I'm around this group of people.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So much love. New project this Friday. Tap in with me. Just Incredible presents Armin. And see y'all next time. I'll be back soon.
In life, there are a lot of doubters. People that will doubt you for the things you want to accomplish, for who you are, your character, your abilities. But always remember, do not doubt yourself. Keep the confidence always up. Put the work in. Spread love. Love is the key. It will come back. Remove the booth, and you shall be booth free. Swallow that.
There you go.
BeReal.tv